What's up? It's HungerDrone.com, and today I'm going to be doing a night flight with the JJRC H16 Tarantula. It's one of my favorite small flyers, or cheaper flyers. Finding the quadcopter, taking off now. This is a pretty manual flying quadcopter. It roughly cost about $60 right now. You can get it on sale for about $39. One of the best. Mine doesn't illuminate that great at night because I do have some electrical tape covering up some of the lights just to hold the frame together, as well as I had to take the top bright LED light out just due to it fell off, the hot glue came undone, and it was wrapping around the transmitter, or I'm sorry, the receiver antenna inside the actual quadcopter. So I'm just flying around here doing some nice easy flights. I have the throttle pegged at 100%, and just cruising around, checking it out. Haven't flown it in a while, especially at night, but this is one of the better ones that I like flying at night. One is that it's extremely cheap, so in case something does happen, which you never know it does, and it takes off and crashes, you're not out a bunch of money. I've actually done it and lost it several times myself. But two, it lines up really good, especially if you have that LED in the front. Orientation super easy because once it looks directly at you, you get a real bright blue light flashing, or solid light right in your face, similar to this but a little bit brighter, and fairly easy to see. Overall, super easy to control. Like I said, it is pretty manual in the way that it controls. It doesn't have, any special buttons such as, return to home or anything like that. It does have a headless mode on it. I've switched it on a few times when I've got out of range just to get it back. I'm not too big of a fan of it. I just kind of eyeball up the quadcopter, see which way it moves. If I can tell, especially at night, you got your reds in the back, blues in the front. So I'm just swooping around here. I'm flying at a high speed, just checking it out, making sure everything still works. I want to take it for a day flight coming up here soon. And I'm flying here in a baseball field, and I'm in the outfield, so we're bringing in close, check out the lights, take a look at it, and we'll head out towards deep in the outfield, across the field, and come back. So this thing really hauls ass. I mean, for the price and how cheaply and flimsy it's built, I mean, it's one of the better ones because it's one of the few that I can actually take apart and understand what's going on inside it. Does not have brushless motors. It does have gears. We'll get it in here close so we can see the lights again, but you can see like the back end of it. There's no real lights on it other than the red lights for the two motor arms, and those do have some electrical tape on it, like I was saying. So the lights are a little bit hidden, so it can be a little bit difficult for me to see. So I'm just going to continue circling around here, flying around, bring it in a little bit closer, and then dart out, come back. At this high rate, you probably run through your battery pretty quick. I'm estimating about 5 minutes or so. I think I got a 1200 milliamp battery in here currently right now. I do have 2 spares, so motors do get pretty hot in between flight times, so you might want to let them cool down just a little bit before you go taking off again. But this thing is a lot of fun, and fly it for a good 10-15 minutes if you got a couple batteries at a high rate of speed. So I do not have an onboard camera, just filming everything from the ground, bring it in close again, take a look at it. That's the back end, that's obviously the front, and it would be a little bit brighter, like I was saying, if I still had my LED light in the front. Nevertheless, still super cool. Get a nice close-up, hover around, and just have some fun with it. So probably going on about maybe 4 minutes now. So I'm going to get mindful about that and bring it into land here closely. This will give you indicators. The lights will actually start flashing on the quadcopter when it's running low on battery. At that time, you know, it's best to get this thing down on the ground, just due to the fact that
I can't look at anything.
it'll start dropping. At least that's my experience. But in most cases, I was carrying a GoPro, so it just didn't have the throttle punch to continue flying and fight it with the battery on there. So winding down on the flight, I'm going to bring it in for a landing. I'm going to go ahead and set it down nice and easy right here in the grass, and we have to touch down. So that's the JJRC H16 Tarantula X6. Definitely worth purchasing. If you get a chance, be sure to like the video if this helped you out in any way.